Hey, what's good, people? It's your boy Main VR here, about to take you through and show you the settings that I have for Serious Sam first encounter if you wish to be a seated VR player. All right, here we go. Now let's go into. I'm gonna get the game loaded up first, and then I'll go into the settings. Oh. I just had to take care of that real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go into settings so I can show you guys how I have this set up. All right, options. Now, in order to have a good experience seated, this is where you're gonna go. You're gonna go to motion sickness options, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? Developers pay close attention. Motion sickness option. Put that in your effing games. Because then people who gets motion sickness and people who don't can pick the things that works best for them. Now, you see, now it has teleport speed, fast, which to me, I don't even pay attention because I turned off the teleport anyway. Shaving speed, I leave it as fast, but you have slow, medium, fast, very fast. I just leave it as fast, which is the default option. All right, chafing orientation. All right, they have hand and head orientation for chafe. Now, what that means is with your hand as you're pushing forward, your hand, if your hand is pointing forward, it will move you directly forward, and then if your hand changes, it will go in that direction. So it's easier to maintain it as a seated player if you put it at hands instead of at head. All right, and the reason being, when you put it at head, forward is now locked to whatever location you're looking. So head is actually better for those who want to do room scale. You know, it's better for those who want to do room scale and to jump, because then when you turn in that direction, you're going to go in that direction. You turn in this direction, you're going to go in that direction. So if you're a person that wants to do room scale, that is like, head is the best way to go. But for seated people, if you don't want to move around all that stuff, or even you just solely stand in and you don't want to turn around that much, you can go ahead and put it to hand orientation. So I guess hand orientation is actually even better for 180. Is actually what I would say is better, and head is best for 360. All right, let's go back. I leave it at hand. Now, one of the options that I recommended to the developer, and they said they're noting it is having it locked. And he said, the way I explained it to, then what he took from it is have it locked to your play space. So the forward on your play space would always be forward. So even if you're looking or your hands is turning in any other direction, it won't change your forward momentum. It keeps you going forward regardless, because it's locked to the play space and not to your hand or head, which is fantastic. And then this game is perfect for seated player. But for now, one hand orientation gets you where you need to. All right, and I'll show you why in just a second. Now, in order to use the thumbstick as for your locomotion and give you the full locomotion, you need to turn on Pad Locomotion. Even though it's thumbsticks on the touch, it works the same way as the trackpad. All right, and rotating controller. Now you have to pick which hand you want the rotation one, and I have mine on the right, so it's just like this, just like I would on a normal touchpad. All right, which works great for me. Well, not touchpad, I mean gamepad. So that works great for me, you know what I mean? So I had that turned in, and I just turned it to same as movement. So it, once again, that was a new option that just got added. The last time I checked it, it was just continuous and whatever this is, discrete, but this one, continuous, works great. All right, now well, same as movement. And you have movement, rotation on the controller. You have to turn that on for it to be turned on. So what this does is movement on rotation, meaning I could be running forward and then hit turn and it will turn instead of me having to turn my body. Once again, it's those things that put more control and freedom in your hand. Like, it makes you literally play like an average first-person shooter, but with your you know, your control pad and everything, your touch and everything like that. So now let's go and show how it then works in game. All right, now, as you guys can see, I have the shotgun in this hand because this is my last resort gun. And then I have this since it's like infinite bullets in this. So I just bam, 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 bam. And then I switch to the shotgun to, you know what I mean, like take out things. And then I don't do a lot of aiming all over the place with the shotgun. I do a lot of aiming around with this, because aiming around, like, see, I'm aiming that way and I'm pushing forward, I go to the side. And that's what I mean when it's that point and move mechanic that makes it reason why it's locked to your the direction that you're moving in. All right, and like I said, just having your hand pointing forward at all time doesn't bother. You know, it works. It's passable. Oh. So I normally stay still when I'm going to use a shotgun, because then it doesn't mess me up. You know what I mean? Before, it would like really screw me up, like I'm doing something and all of a sudden, yeah, all of a sudden now it just kind of whips me in one direction. So that's it. I hope you guys found this very informative. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. I'd like to hear you guys' feedback. And if you you would like more information for those of you who likes to play seated, like I do, or if you can't play anything but seated, like as if you're in a wheelchair or something like that, you know, stay tuned to my page, because I'll be testing out majority of the games that are out, especially once they add full locomotion to the game, so I can tell you what's the best way of setting it up for seated experience. All right, and hopefully this will start to get the interest of some developers, so they can kind of see, like, you know, what would be a good way of setting these games up for those of us who like to play seated, and those of us who can't do anything but play seated. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people only think of themselves and think room scale, room scale, room scale, and forget about those that, you know, sad to say it, can't enjoy room scale because they're physically unable to. I choose not to, but there are people who are physically unable to, and I want to help them find what can be as enjoyable for them as they possibly can. So thanks for joining me, people. Get out there, shoot things, live in this world. Join us in the metaverse and enjoy yours in this holiday season. Bye, people.